Defense, assemble! Welcome back to the first crypto channel where the god nectar is thicker than liquidity, baby. Where we bring you market insights, all the alpha, and some hilarious jokes to boot. This is what we're all about. Posts are very, very, very satire. And this is not financial advice, but here we are again, back in the saddle, ready to brag a little bit.
Yes, sir. Let's freaking go, dude. We're in the bull market. Things are cooking. We're winning. Everything's awesome, man. And guess what? You might remember that last live stream? We were talking about something certain, man. What were we talking about? Tell the people.
I think the last live stream was about Titan X, but there was one in that same week that was about Ethereum and whether or not it was dead, and what these major influencers out here that are extremely overrated while we sit here super buff, nerdy, and underrated. It's okay. It's fine. We tried to tell you so. The live stream was about ETH.
Absolutely, man. And, the thing that we got into is everybody was saying, is Ethereum dead? That was the big question. We had Crypto Banter talk about it. We had some other big channels, and I'm not going to call people out and start drama. But the one thing I want to say is when everybody's saying the same exact thing, you run. You run for the hills or you do the opposite thing. I'll give you a great example. Let's just talk about Crypto Banter and what Rand did, all right? And just break it down very precisely. Basically, he gets on his show and he says, Ethereum's dead. I'm going over to Solana. I'm selling everything. Then the next week, he was like, I'm putting out some shorts and longs. I'm putting out some longs on Ethereum. I'm not really sure. And then next thing you know, boom, the Ethereum ETF hits and everything goes completely to the moon. The point I'm trying to get across is you got to fade these people. If they say I'm going on the Ton blockchain, I am running from the Ton blockchain. If they say the Sui blockchain sucks, I'm going onto the Sui blockchain. Whatever they do, I do the opposite because that's how you get paid, baby. And here's the thing about Ethereum. I'll show you guys the tweet. Well, before I brag about the tweet, everybody said the Ethereum blockchain is dead. And I said, me and Trey Soul said, screw you. It's not dead. We're panicking. We're buying meme coins. Suck it. And I'll even show you the tweet just so because we got receipts. All right. I'll show it to you right here because people are claiming that they were calling this. No, we were the first ones to call it. Nobody else. Nobody. I don't care what anybody says.
Nobody.
So coming down here, the first one says, looks like everyone's fighting Ethereum for Solana. I'm panicking buying meme coins on Ethereum. I'll never follow the crowd. I know it's bad grammar, but you get the point. The point is everybody was like saying it was dead. And then we buy meme coins. And guess what? It's a meme coin run right now. Things are going crazy. Things are popping off. Beardy skyrocketing. Inu skyrocketing. Donald Trump's dog is skyrocketing. Hopefully we don't get canceled or shadow banned for that. But you guys get the point. This is the bull market. When the crowd does one thing, you do the opposite. Ethereum is going to have a meme coin run. I'm not really sure if it's going to be like the one last time. I'm not really sure how the gas fees are going to perform because we have layer 2 scaling solutions that's helping out with the scalability issues. And we got Pulse Chain. And there's a lot more degen trading on Pulse Chain. But the one thing I do know is meme coins are going to run. Prepare yourself and get ready. So that was my hot take. Any thoughts on that, man?
I got thoughts, bro. I got thoughts for days. So, my first thought is if you understand that guys like Crypto Banter and Banter Capital are invested into Manta and they're invested into Go, and you watch our channel and you learn these things, wouldn't it make sense that the Ethereum layer 2s and layer 3s are going to be something that's invested in? And with that point being made, why would Ethereum die? It doesn't make any sense. Kris, did you get a pump today? Did you get a little?
Yes, sir. We got a pump.
Because Inu got a pump.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
got a pump. I got a pump. Let's go, baby. We all got a pump. Second, we're going back to receipts. We're talking about live streams. We're trying to bring you the energy. We're bringing you the alpha. We're bringing you the heat, baby. The hot, hot fire. Listen, today, I just saw the news. It broke maybe an hour ago. Grayscale revoked the staking from their ETF spot filing. And why is this important? This is important because not only did Grayscale do it, which I told you guys, pay attention to what Grayscale does in this market right here. We're going to need to watch what they do. Fidelity did the same thing. They pulled it. Why? Because it's going to be the exact reason why we saw the approval rate increase from 25 to 75%. We know that the SEC may be taking a 180 on their stance, and this is extremely bullish. Let's go.
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, the other thing I want to say is basically like going off of what Trey Soul says with what's going on with the ETF, it's getting set up to get possibly approved. Now, I don't want to sit here and be a moon boy and be like ETF getting approved, ETF getting approved. Anything can happen, guys. But the point I'm trying to get across is if you look at the steps up until what happened to the ETF approval, people were saying that Ethereum is dead just so that they can get a position on Ethereum in anticipation for the ET. Whoops. Hey, am I still here, guys? Did I glitch out?
You glitched out.
Trent, are you still there, man? Oh my God. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Check, check, 1, 2. Can anybody hear me? Trent.
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I got you. So
I think we're back.
basically, what's the next? Okay. So basically, the next thing I want to get across is what are the next things that we need to look for? We have stuff going on with SCI, Solana, SWI. A lot of these other layer one blockchains that are backed by big money, they're basically going to have an ETF. There probably will be a Solana one. And there's a good chance what they're going to do is tell you that said layer one blockchain is dead. Boom, ETF. Said layer two blockchain is dead. Boom, ETF. They're going to use this to get a position on you guys. So if you go and you do your research, like we don't go into like every single layer one and buy the gas token and every single layer two, but using this information and understanding how these people move, you can time big market events and take advantage of the meme coin / DeFi / Dex pump or whatever. Does that make sense?
It makes a ton of sense, man. It's simple, stupid on how you got to navigate the market, period. Plain and simple.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, man, like I said, big dub on our part. We got the dub. Everything's looking good. Now, you brought up Gold Network, and this is a big one I want to talk about because I want all you guys to understand what's happening with Gold Network, and then we'll get into a couple other things, and then we'll get into the charts because one of our coins are pumping, baby. That's all we do is pump. Yeah. And so we got to talk about Gold Network. And the reason why I'm talking about Gold Network right now is you will be hearing about this project a lot coming into the future. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after. And I want to show you guys some big news with Gold Network before we break down what's crack-a-lacking. So this is a project me and Trey Souls have been looking at, and we're not directly getting involved with like the Gold Network specifically. We're just monitoring it because it's going to be a big event push in crypto, and we're using this as a way to target certain projects to make moves. Now, if I come down here and we just talk about so Gold Network mainnet is now live. Here, actually, let me blow this up. I know you guys can't see this. Gold Network mainnet is now live. We are thrilled to share with all of you what we've been building. Gold Swap, Gold Pool, Gold Farm, yada, yada, yada. Gold Network's coming. And long story short, Gold Network is a layer 3 to the Manta Network. Manta Network is a layer 2 to the Ethereum blockchain. And it's serving as a cross-chain interoperable layer 3 where you can go and make meme coins. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. I'm glad we're talking
Cool.
about this. This is right up the alley that I was just trying to go down.
Right. And what Trent was saying was if Rand Neuner was saying that Ethereum is dead, and he brought up a really great point. I'm just connecting the dots. If he's saying it's dead and Gold Network is a layer 3 that inadvertently connects into the Ethereum blockchain, then why is his VC fund in Gold Network right here? Why is it right here? Banter Capital. It connects right into the Ethereum blockchain. He's telling you it's dead because it's not dead. Oh God. But you guys get the point. Now, some things to consider with the Gold Network that we're specifically looking at. I like what they're trying to create with the meme coin stuff. And I think the gem of the Gold Network is to find that one meme coin that pops up, because this is going to be on different blockchains. Some places you can look. If you come over here to the gold farm, basically you can go and use the tokens and farm for points, and they're going to be part of their like little farming game that you can play with. Now, over here, instead of trying to get the actual gold token, because it's probably going to be some VC pump and dump type of deal, you can actually come and look at some of these tokens that are going to be on the layer 3, and you can use that as a way to front run the narrative. So they have tokens like Kuma, they got Pepe, Quick, Pork, they got Memecoin, Shiba Inu, and the list goes on. So ultimately, the main point I'm trying to get across is when Gold Network mainnet is live, you're going to see it on all the major channels. They're going to pop it up and say Gold Network, Gold Network, Gold Network, Gold Network. And the thing I will say is, be careful when you're navigating this, because I'm not sure how the launch is going to work, but the meme coins that could potentially be on the Gold Network might be the gems. Any thoughts, man?
Yeah, these are my thoughts. Right now, I haven't heard about the Gold Network from anywhere else but our channel. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's looking at it. What does that mean? Let's break this down for our audience. What are we showing them right now, and how many months in advance are we?
How many months advance are we?
Yeah.
With this, man, it was probably like 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
So you guys are hearing about this months and months before it's going live. There's no excuse. This is your opportunity, not financial advice.
Yeah, not financial advice. And the big thing I can reiterate is it's going to be the meme coins that were on this farm that will be the move. I don't think the actual gold token is going to be the move right now, because it's going to go up and then come back. That's how it usually goes from what I see. So I'm bringing this to your guys. Well, we're bringing this to your guys' attention because when mainnet is live, I guarantee you Crypto Banter is going to be shilling this thing like crazy. So I want you guys to be aware so that we are good to go. My man, I got some other stuff for you, man, that we need to talk about, man. Gosh. So we talked about narratives on Gold Network. We talked about the ETH ETF approval. We talked about ETH not being a dead chain. Now, I think we need to talk about PLUSD, because everybody keeps asking me about it. What do you think?
PLUSD. I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. You know what? I'm gonna let you cook for a minute, Kris, because if you don't stop me, I'm gonna come unhinged right now. Listen, the only thing I got to say about PLUSD is that we're about 12 months ahead of that call. So if you guys can't see the value in watching the verse by now, baby, I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right. Well, let's just get into what's going on with PLUSD. Now, if I just come over here and I'm just going to show you the chart, and long story short, I talked to a few people that are going into what's going on with this project, and this is not us endorsing it or whatnot. There's a lot of stuff going on with it, but I'll briefly explain it to you guys because we don't have time to do a massive deep dive because we got so much going on. But basically, if we just take a quick look at the chart right here, what happened was when this thing first launched, the contract didn't have an oracle and the price feed was incorrect. And so someone came in, minted a bunch of tokens, and then it went blop, blop. And so from there, it was just trading sideways. And if you guys just go over to the wrap pulse chart, and we'll just do log. It was basically in wrap pulse, it was basically following the price of wrap pulse, meaning that it was the amount of tokens you can peg to wrap pulse. I mean, the amount of tokens you can mint through LUSD is the same as the gas token. So it was basically just trading sideways right here. And then next thing you know, it plopped down and then went skyrocketing. What happened in this time frame? So someone in the team went in and basically updated the price oracle. LUSD is immutable, but with the price oracle, you can basically go in, update the price, and you can do something called a challenge. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics because it'll sound like a different alien language. But long story short, when you update the price feed, then the contract address will adopt the new oracle, and then it'll start working correctly, so to speak. Now, this is all great in theory, but the issue is, since so many tokens were minted, there was 13 trillion tokens minted onto the market. So I think there's right around 13 trillion LUSD tokens. So there's no more tokens being minted for PLUSD. And people are making plans on burning tokens and building an ecosystem behind it. Now, my overall thoughts, and I'll just cut to the point. PRC20s, they're going to be a play. You're going to see this PRC20 go up. You're going to see that PRC20 go up. You're going to see them hit parity. You're going to see a lot of crazy stuff going on. As for the story with PLUSD, you know, it could be a potential if a community builds around it, they burn a bunch of these tokens. But as for hitting that dollar mark in the short term, I don't know if it's going to be feasible, but down the road, long term, a couple years, if a bunch of tokens are being burned off the market, it's definitely feasible in my opinion. But I'm just letting you guys know that that's what was reported to me. There's a couple other stuff, but I don't want to put that out there. Any thoughts, man? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry about that. So I think when it comes to this, we shouldn't be getting caught up in moon math. I mean, I think it's real easy to try to think like that. There's a responsible way, I think, to be in PLUSD right now. Do you think that there's a particular way that you would invest in PLUSD right now, and what type of play would you make? What's a responsible way to get into this right now without saying, "Oh my God, it's gonna go to parity. It's the next PDI. I'm throwing my whole bag in." We see this all the time with people. They just want to ape everything in the house and the kitchen sink. So, what's a responsible way to look at this project?
So the best way to really look at this is it's going to come down to, you know, there's two methods that I really like. You can put it into a V2, V3 liquidity pair. And basically, anytime someone trades between it, you're going to earn fees. And here's the great part. Pulse is at another bottom. So if you do an LP and Pulse goes up, it's just going to drive volume through it. And then that's another way to earn passive income. The other thing you can also do is Sunny launched another token called LUSDR. And I'll put this up right here. So LUSDR, ooh, let me look at another pair. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, so LUSDR is basically very similar to Diehard. So he put 2% of the LUSDR token supply in the burn wallet address. So when it drives volume through through this, it actually burns tokens. So if you hold the LUSDR token, non-financial advice, you actually earn passive income in LUSD. So those are the two methods that I recommend, or you can just hold a bag and diamond hand it. I think the main thing I'm trying to get across is that PRC20s are going to be a play. If you're making money, if it makes money, it makes sense. And I do see LUSD forming a really great community. I think the thing that concerns me about is how practical is a dollar peg within the next 2 years. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, and I was trying to bait that answer out of you, so I appreciate the answer about LP. I want people to know there's other ways to earn income off of this and thinking about residual strategies instead of just aping entire bags. So thanks for that.
Yes, sir. And I will say one thing: if that thing, if that thing hits $1, bro, that'll be the biggest glitch in the Matrix, dude. like, I kid you not, man. Like that, if they're able to do that in a short time frame, then Pulse Chain's the GOAT. Like, give it the crown. Like, Game of Thrones sitting at the Iron Throne, like put Richard Hart there at that point. But like, it's cool. It's cool. And I'll do a quick shout out to a couple people. Fish and Go, good to see ya. What's up, my man? Good to see ya. We already explained how they're going to burn trillions, of course. My man Tank, shout out to you, my brother. It's always good to see ya. Donate bin. Yeah, I got you, man. Well, we already did, so it's too late. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then last thing before we got to keep it moving. RH will be the greatest founder ever in PLUSD history. Yeah, the other thing I want to say, special shout out to Tank Will. He gave us the lowdown, one of the lowdowns on what's going on with PLUSD. I talked to a lot of people. Really great, really awesome, transparent dude. Please follow him on Twitter. Absolutely love this guy, and shout out to my brother. So good stuff. All right. So we talked about LUSD, possible pegging 2.0. Now we got to get into the good stuff. We got to talk about the Bitcoin price chart and just see what we crack a lack in. And then we got more stuff to brag about with the tokens going bananas.
Let's go.
All right. So basically, here's what we're looking on the weekly. Coming over here. All right. So basically, it was just a massive bull flag that just popped out on Bitcoin. And the ETH ETF basically caused another really gigantic pump. We broke out of this. And because now we're breaking out of this, we got to go test all-time highs. And so the real question is, what's going to happen here? So we're coming up, we're testing. Come on, man. We're coming up here. We're testing all-time highs. And then there's a good chance if we come up here, we test this and we break out. So if we come up here, probably do something like this, touch out, and then boom. Or we come up here, we test it, we get rejected, and then we come back down here and test this trend line. So I think the main point I'm trying to say is there's those two main scenarios, or we just come back up and then just trade sideways, trade sideways, trade sideways. Now, if we break all-time highs, in my opinion, and from all the stuff I'm seeing and what I'm researching, there's a good chance that this could potentially lead to a left translated cycle, aka the bull market might end shortly, because we're going to get to that euphoria phase. And when I talk about the euphoria phase, we're basically coming back here. So we bottomed out right around here, and this is just like a ballpark, right? And then we're just looking at what happened in the past. So we came up, tested, came back down, tested, came back down. And now we're sitting about right here in this period of time. Let me turn this off. We're sitting about right here in this period of time. So the question is, are we going to take off and just go exponential? That's what I'm looking for, this exponential rise. Are we going to continue to trade linearly or just up, just like one-to-one? I know that's a big math term. So this is the question we're looking at. We could just continue to trade sideways, trade sideways, trade sideways, or we just pick up. So those are the two scenarios we're looking at. In my opinion, I'm not a bear because we always stay bullish, baby. We're always bullish on the Verse Crypto channel. We're always wanting to get the gems. We want a piece of the pie. We want a piece of the bread. But if we trade sideways going into the summer and then we have like a really great altcoin season in the fall, that's going to give you guys more opportunities to make moves on meme coins, look at more PRC20 parity plays, look at your favorite weirdo coins that blow up. And so I would love for this to be an extended cycle, but for us to really know, I'm not sure. But the one thing I want to say is if we bounce off and we start trending downwards, people are going to start to freak out like they did last time. And we might have to come down here and test this local bottom. So overall, the market is doing what it's doing. The question is, which of these three scenarios is going to play out? And we just got to read the charts, and don't worry too much about the news. Any thoughts on it, man?
Yes, brother. I like that you present all the scenarios, and shoot, man, I get excited when you talk about the possibility of trading sideways. I don't think people know what this last bear market, what kind of manimal it turned me into. I can go through anything. I eat your dips for breakfast, baby. We want your dips. We eat your dips with chips, baby. Let's go. So look, man, loving the Bitcoin price chart right now. Whatever it may be, however it's gonna play out, dude. I'm here for it. I'm glued to my seat.
Yes, sir. And the other thing I want to point out, I actually talked about this on prior live streams. If he comes up here, trades sideways like this, bro, this is forming a handle. And then we come in here, boom, we got the cup. So it's actually showing an extremely bullish pattern, which gave us our price target right here. So I think the point is, even if it were to trade sideways or go back down, it is still bullish. And I understand people are going to freak out and have a heart attack, but it just is what it is. You just got to follow the charts. So that's what I'm getting across. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin dominance, because this actually really surprised me, bro. Like, when I looked at Bitcoin dominance, this actually opened up my eyes. Now, if we come in here and we look at what was going on, so basically with the Ethereum ETF announcement, dude, it actually broke down Bitcoin dominance. So just think about that for a second. Bitcoin's going up, but also Bitcoin dominance is going down at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So basically what's happening is there's a good chance we might just touch right here and then go back up and more money rotates into Bitcoin. But the main reason why that is happening is because everybody's pouring into Ethereum. What does that tell us? You want to take a guess?
Say, what does the money pouring into Ethereum tell us?
What does that tell us? We got
It
money
tells
going.
us that the meme coins are gonna pump to high heaven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're talking about, baby. So when I saw that, I was so confused because usually Bitcoin goes up and then when it breaks down, then we get the Bitcoin dominance breaking down. So the main point I'm trying to get across is we're getting some of these meme coins running, which is extremely exciting, and we're getting very close to that crazy breakdown Bitcoin dominance and getting the awesome god of all coin meme coin runs. Now, in order to really understand what's going on, we got to take a little look-a-rooski at Ethereum. Now, basically what happened right here is nice little bull flag came up, started testing, bound, broke up. And we told you, what was that? What was that day? Bro, wait, hold on. I need to look at this. May 14th. We told you, bro, look at that. Would you, bro, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. Come on. Come on. I don't know why this won't let me draw, dude.
There it goes.
No, it's not doing it. Huh.
Oh, weird.
This is so weird. Hold on. Let me try to click out one of these real quick. Let's try this. Let's do a quick little reload. All right. Oh, man. It just took away. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right here. Right here. Boom. Right there. We told you to start getting into meme coins May 14th. What was the date? May 14th. We told you the bottom, that local bottom Ethereum before it broke out. May 14th. Right on the freaking money, dude. How crazy is that?
And our channel's still free. It's crazy, man. We're out here, we're just making calls for free. I guess you're starting to act a little bit like Richard calling these tops and bottoms, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, we got a couple wicks down, but bro, like literally just right there and then right off. All right. So what does this mean? So the question is Ethereum ETF approval, and that's going to be what was I was that Thursday?
Thursday.
All right. So probably what most likely is going to happen is we got to come up here and we're gonna have to come up here and test this all-time high right here, right? So probably it by the time we hit that Wednesday, Thursday time frame, was it Wednesday? And let's just say from like right here. ETH ETF approve or denied. Congrats. Now correct. Boom. So I think what I've seen in the past with these ETH ETFs, and this is just my opinion within this time frame right here. So we're gonna have to go and test this all-time high, and then usually after the news hits, that's when we get a correction. And keep in mind, I could be wrong. This could run up a little bit. I mean, I could very well see this getting a little bit higher, but typically with an ETH ETF news, let me put this in like orange. Put this in orange right here. There might be a little bit of a correction, or they might just start putting money into it. But I do think that there's going to be a lot of hype and a lot of speculation coming in, and then once that hits, we might have like a little bit of minor correction, then keep going up to the upside. But like I said, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm speculating. Now, what else I'm seeing with the ETH ETF? Now, check this out. So if we come up here, it's actually forming a massive, beautiful cup and handle right here. So we got our cup. So I'll just put the cup, right? And then over here, come over to the text, we put in handle, right? So what does that mean? So if we have a cup and handle coming off here, now we can have a target on where, Ethereum will come out. So come up here, test it out, and then bada bing, bada boom. And so if we were to have a next leg up, our next target will probably be right around, I would say $7,300. So this is our little target line right here if that cup pattern were to form out. So that's going to be our next target. And then the question is that as high as ETH is going to go? And I think it might go a little bit higher, but we'll talk about it at a later date. So overall, man, I think ETH looks extremely bullish. I think it's great that we have a possible ETH ETF approval. The question is how this is going to get played out. Historically, we do see a minor correction, but because it's such a surprise, it could run up. So I'm not really sure. But when we come up here and test the all-time highs, it's either going to be make it, see you later, or boom, come back down and then just trade sideways. So any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I actually really like that you put the ETH ETF approved or denied, and then we can see whether or not. I like that you put that it's going to correct, because I also think that it will likely correct. I think Bitcoin ETF did the same thing. So I'm thinking the same thing's going to happen there. As far as how big the correction is, who knows, man? But it looks bullish to me right now, and I think after that legendary explanation, if you're not bullish on this right now, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's we tried to call it for you on the 14th, And if this thing were to try to retrace a bit, I'm not sure if it's going to go back down to that point. So I'm thinking I'm liking the way this next leg up looks.
Yep. I need to put this in here. We told you ETH not dead. Yeah, man. So I mean, overall, everything's still bullish, and you know, I do think Ethereum's going to continue to run. I just want to see. I think the main thing I want to see is like how does it perform coming out of this ETF news, because it's such a very unique scenario, and I'm excited to see, man. So yeah, as always, we stay bullish, baby. Now, next thing we got to talk about, Dogecoin. Why do we need to talk about Dogecoin? You want to take a guess?
I know why.
All right.
I think I know why.
All right.
Because
all right.
looking at Dogecoin is going to tell you what all the other doggies are going to do.
Yes, sir. You get an A+, man. A+ in crypto class. A+. You get good grades, man. You're the kid that sits at the front of the class. You're the snitch. Like, that's how you roll, baby. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
But yeah, so
type me to a T, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, the reason why we're looking at Dogecoin, and I don't see a lot of people really bringing this up, but Dogecoin is like the S&P 500. Well, I guess you can say S&P 500 for like meme coins, because when Dogecoin runs, all eyes go on dogs and meme coins. You can even bring in like Pepe and all that stuff, because Dogecoin was the first meme coin to really take, I guess you can say it was the first meme coin to really gain traction in crypto. Now, the reason why this is important is you think about it this way. Bitcoin was like the first layer 1 blockchain. Dogecoin was basically the first meme coin. Ethereum was like the first like layer 1 with smart contracts. Like, each and every single one of these has its own narrative and own indicator for a certain narrative to move. And so when you think meme coins, you got to think about Dogecoin, because that's when the dogs run, and that's when you get all the crazy, goofy crap stuff going on. So the reason why I'm looking at Dogecoin right now is, you know, right now we're sitting at a little bit of a, let's go on the daily. The weekly looks kind of weird. All right, so we got a little bit of a flag coming over here. Let's see if we can just draw this out. Flagging out. Oh, actually, it's actually breaking out a little bit. Man, I haven't looked at this before. Well, no, I looked at it a little bit earlier the other day. But ultimately, flagging out, coming up, and testing up. Now, the real question is, when we start to see this come up, we got a few magnets we got to test out. 35 cents. 46 cents, 59 cents, and then I guess you can say the last all-time high. That's going to be a big one that everybody's going to test out, and that's going to be 75 cents. So once we get past about 75 cents, then it's off to the races with Dogecoin. Now, the other thing I want to take a quick, actually, no, we won't do Fibonacci yet. So these are just major levels to take a look at. Now, what I'm looking for is Dogecoin breaking up and then breaking back down. And so in that breakdown, we'll probably see a rotation, and people are going to be like, what's the next meme coin to get into? And so basically, if Dogecoin were to come up here, break up and then come back down, that's a little bit of a cup and handle. And you can already tell that based on that cup and handle, our target's going to be this next one. But there's very well a good possibility this thing rips. And this is all speculation. This is subject to change, because anything can happen in crypto. But if it comes up here, tests a few of these lines, blah, 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 and it comes to all-time high, and it'll probably come down and correct, it could form this cup and handle, and then we can get a target. And so using that target out of that gives me an expected price point of Dogecoin coming up here. And so what I'm thinking for the target of Dogecoin, it's probably going to be somewhere between $1.25 and $1.75. So I'll probably put it right here. And then next one is going to be right about here. Now, the next thing I want to look at So that's like one scenario. It could be somewhere in between. Here is going to be the all-time high of Dogecoin. If that trading pattern comes to fruition, I'm not saying it will, but that's just a big if, and this is all speculation as usual. Now, all right, I want the Fibonacci tool. So coming here and just taking a look at the Fibonacci. So using this, you can get a good idea of some of the magnets. And if you guys see these yellow lines, they fall very close with every Fibonacci level. And so the other thing you can look at is when we come up here, it passes the 1.618, and then we have up to the 2.618. So I think it would be safe to say that our target between right around $1.50 is something to look out for the top of Dogecoin. Some people want to say $2, some people want to say $3, but this is where I'm thinking I'm gonna put Dogecoin target. I mean, I got to turn off Dogecoin target subject to change. And typically when Dogecoin runs, it's going to be after the Bitcoin top, and it's going to be through one of the money rotations. So overall, this is the main thing you want to be looking for meme coins, because once this sucker takes off, when one dog runs, all dogs run. Yeah, man. So did you get all that, or did I just go on a crazy rant as
Oh,
usual?
I got every bit of it, brother, and I'm praying for the Dogecoin mooners, because when the Dogecoin moons, all dogs go to heaven. So let's get it.
Yeah. So, right now, Dogecoin looking really bullish. And also keep in mind, Elon Musk really backs his project. So if he adds it to like Twitter or does like a payments platform, and then they also have layer 2 scaling solutions being built on top of Dogecoin, which is absolutely pretty sick. You never know. You might see the ecosystem being built out. Do we personally own Dogecoin? No, we don't. We just use it as a chart indicator to see what's happening. So overall, I like what we're seeing with Dogecoin. Hopefully we can stay really bullish, but there's a chance that it could trade sideways in the short term. But long term, man, we're looking pretty good. Altcoin season. So last time we spoke, we had a dip down. We're trading at about 39. Looks like we got a nice little bull flag forming on altcoin season. And the question is when we start getting up to that 90 to 100 time frame. And so back here in the last run, we got up to 92, 94, 96. So this is like the best indicator to understand if we're in altcoin season, because when we start getting close to that 90 time frame, that's the time to have fun, but it's also the time to take profit. You know what I'm saying? So overall, looks good. Any thoughts on this, man?
Love it, bro. Love it. Gonna keep watching it. Keep watching it every week.
Yes, sir. And then we got Pepe running, Dog with Hat, Floki, pretty much the meme coins, dude. This is why we got so heavy in meme coins. Like just based off of this right here, the Pepe, Dog with Hat, Floki is just absolutely freaking crushing it. So good stuff. Let's see if we got any other questions. God, everybody's just shilling coins. I love this. Johns, yes, sir. Johns. I'm not gonna say his real name because I don't want to get shadow banned. Cool. Now I haven't really taken a look at this. Let's see. Do they have where's the chart on this? Transaction count. That's what we want. Growing pies. Man, where? There you go. All right, so just taking a look at the overall transactions. Question is, which one's dominating? So right now, base is dropping a little bit. Arbitron's ticking up, and then we're also seeing base activity going up as well. So the one thing I want to say is, keep an eye on what's going on with a lot of the layer 2 transactions, because that's going to be a great indicator of a meme coin season. Man, I wonder if I can find that chart I saw last time. Man, what am I doing? I might not be here, or am I users per? Oh, here it is. Ah, I found it. Okay, all right. Sorry, man. I thought I was going crazy for a second. All right. So as of right now, Arbitrum is absolutely dominating what's going on. So that's about 52%. Base is sitting at 11%, and then ZK Sync is sitting at 7%. So basically, what this tells me is we're seeing another uptick in base. Arbitrum's still dominating, but when we start to see one of these layer twos dominate the transactions, uh, per their little sector, that's when we possibly will see a meme coin run. Now, the other thing I want to say is more of these transactions are going on to layer twos and they're dominating versus Ethereum. So hopefully I can show Ethereum here. And so versus Ethereum, believe it or not, a majority of the transactions are actually being approved on Arbitrum. So this is a great indicator that there's a good chance that Ethereum isn't going to have as many transactions, and we're not going to see crazy gas fees like we did last time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I think that's the hope of the whole ecosystem is to get those gas fees down, man. I mean, it's the point of all these layer twos. So glad to see this metrics right here and see that Arbitrum's taking some load off Ethereum.
Yeah, and this is why I still think there's going to be Ethereum run, because everyone keeps saying gas fees, but they're playing. They're like, we're in a 2024 2025 bull market, and they're still in that 2020 21 mindset, saying that Ethereum's broken, gas fees are bad, and they're coming into this market where meme coins are screamers, runes are the new NFTs, and layer twos are absolutely killing it right now. So just my 2 cents. So cool. Good stuff, man. Now we got to get into the best part of the show. We got to talk about meme coins mooning, baby. And man, bro, we got a lot to talk about, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good stuff, man. So I know you're excited about this, dude. So cool. So I'm not gonna go through every single token because a lot of the stuff remain the same. But Coinye, nothing really new to report on this one. It's just trading sideways. It's in an accumulation phase, and once we start to see another base season, there's a good chance that we could start to see some action. But overall, nothing to report on Coinye. Rat Pulse. Everybody's just taking a look at Rat Pulse, man. I mean, literally, you have another opportunity to jump in right here. We have a potential bottom right here, and this is another opportunity to get in before we have any sort of crazy run up, in my opinion. So overall, still hugging that trend line. Came down, passed a little bit, came back up, sitting right below it. There's a good chance we could either just trade sideways if we don't follow this trend line, or we continue to follow it. So that's the real question I'm looking at. Now let's see. We already talked a lot about Teddy Bear, P-Dye, nothing much there. Look at that Scrolly, dude. Like, check this out, dude. Like, this is pretty crazy. So when we were first talking about Scrolly, we were looking at this massive bull flag coming out. And bro, this thing's just hitting this thing to a T. Came up, touched it, came back down, touched it, came back down, touched it, came back up, touched it, broke back down here, touched it, and now it's coming back up. So the real question with Scrolly is, when is this thing going to pop? And based on the chart dynamic, the narrative, the utility, the community being built behind this, I really do think Scrolly is going to be the #1 meme coin on the Scroll network, and it's going to be a sleeper. Any thoughts on the Scroll network, man? I know you've been doing some research.
I just look at the perfection on that right there, and that just leads me to be even more bullish by the summertime for this project. It really looks like we're seeing some good consolidation there, and very very excited to see what Scroll does when it's their time to pump and take some of that uptick from off of Ethereum. That's exciting, bro. I love seeing that.
Yeah, man. And to add to it, the targets that we're looking for, it has to come up here and test 4 zeros and a 2, and then test out 4 zeros and a 4. Those are 2 targets we're looking at. But also, just please keep in mind, just being honest with you, if this pattern were to break down, there is a chance we could potentially come down, and it'll probably test right around this level. 5 zeros and a 5, and that's like the doom scenario. So just throwing that out there just so you guys are aware. Trying to give you guys 3 targets, you know what I'm saying? So 2 bullish, 1 bearish. Good bearish target to load up, two bullish targets to look out for. So good stuff. Oh bro, we gotta talk about this one, baby. Beardy, let's freaking go. Woo! I love this token, man. I love this token. Oh my God. Oh my Atlanta. Oh my Atlanta. All right. So what's going on with Beardy? So basically with this recent pump, this thing just went absolutely nuclear. All right, I want to pull this down a little bit. So this thing basically just went absolutely nuclear. The community's loud. The community's been developing. We're trading at this magnet right here. I can tell that we have a small magnet right here. And then we have another magnet coming up here. So that's about 3 touches. So I'm pretty confident on these magnets. So right now, Beardy came up, came down, boom, blew past this magnet. Now the question is, are we going to come up here and test? Let me get rid of these so my ADHD doesn't get crazy. Are we going to come up here and test all-time highs? Because there's a good chance we can come up here, test all-time highs, then come back down a little bit. Or do we close out here and then come back down here, test this, maybe below past it, and then come back up and then come back up to this next magnet? So there's 2 routes we can go. I'm not sure which one we're going to do. But overall, this is extremely bullish. And what I would love to see this do is come up to one of these magnets, have a little bit of a minor correction, and from that minor correction, set it up for a beautiful cup and handle so that we can go to the next level, baby. Any thoughts on Beardy?
These are my thoughts. Do not sleep on dragon tokens in the year of 2024. And that's about all I have to say. If you guys were listening a couple days ago, you could have got in right before those huge hockey sticks. So we're loving dragons over here. Dragons are on our list of buys.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been talking about Beardy since like this whole week right here. And then I believe our entry, I think our entry was I think it was April 6th. Because I remember seeing that post about it by I forgot his name. It's like Shelter. Oh man, I can't remember his name. He's such a nice guy. So I want to be transparent. I want to tell you guys our entry just so you guys know, just so you're not like, what are you doing? So this is right around our entry into Beardy. The year of the Beardy dragon. So overall, man, dude, Beardy looks absolutely freaking bullish. I think this one could make it. And from my understanding, they hired the Shiba Inu marketing team. They also they have community owned liquidity, so the community puts up their tokens to swap and stuff. It's not owned by any centralized entity, so everything through this project is all community run, which makes me extremely bullish. Now the last one, actually, well, second to the last one, talk about double. I love this token, man. Double. Now let's go on with Dumble. This thing has been slowly coming up as a staircase. We've been talking about this hardcore. Shout out to Holonomics. This is his baby. He's been creating a beautiful project. You guys can see the price floor right here. All it is just coming up here, taking in volume, bada beam, bada boom, step up, train sideways, and then it might do another step up. This is what Dumble was designed to do, just to be a price floor that slowly, gradually comes up. And so it is a meme token, but it's a meme token with similar mechanics to Atropa and A1A on the Solana blockchain. So overall, I really like it. We need to come up here and test this original magnet level. It's basically close to when it first launched. So that's sitting at about 2 zeros and a 1. So was that like a tenth of a penny? So overall, looking good. Any thoughts on Dumble?
This might be my favorite token in crypto right now, bro. It's hard to say. I don't think people realize what kind of power is in this token yet. And I think if Solana traders come to the understanding of what has been built in this ecosystem, the power of what can happen on Solana, and them coming into the full understanding of what this can do, and the people on Pulse Chain, I think this particular token in the ecosystem has the ability to do things that are unprecedented in the meme coin space. So I love this. I love this chart. I love the 4 hour chart, and I can't get enough of this token. So I'm watching this thing like a hawk, and super excited about its utility, man. I think the utility is going to appeal, and I think I've already seen some savvy Solana traders picking up on what this thing does. So pretty cool to watch.
Absolutely. And the last one, and one of my personal favorite, P knows baby. Let's freaking go, dude. Look at this thing. Look at this thing, dude. This thing went absolutely nuclear today. It came up and just blew past this trend line. So now we see it at we see it getting people's attentions, you know what I'm saying? So we came up here, we blew past that original all-time high. We got a magnet right here, and then we got something right here. So this thing did a let's take a look at this run up, baby. Oh, man, dude, I love this token, dude. This thing went crazy. Woo! 5x, man. 5x. Crazy. So this thing did a 5x, and then now it's coming back down to correct. So I have a feeling it has to come down here, test this magnet 0.02, and then if it doesn't, if it passes this magnet, then it has to come down to about 0.01996. So Pinos, to be honest, man, this could potentially be a next bonk play. What do you think about that?
I agree, bro, and I think we saw that crazy volatility today. People are just starting to catch on to this thing, and so I think it's a great time. It's pretty early. You got a really nice market cap of 3.3 right there. So definitely looking at this one right here. It's geared up to fly off the rip. So let's go.
Yeah, dude, love it. And dude, I mean, if you just come in here and just take a look at this thing, dude. Like, dude, I mean, honestly, man, anytime I see this, like this photo, man, I just start laughing so hard. That's the only reason, like, I want to get in so hard. I was like, dude, just looking at that image, dude, does that not make you laugh? So
It makes me laugh. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to go into my room by myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we got one person that came over and shilled us a token. So we'll take a look at it. Shout out to Car Pro. He said, got into MAGA on ETH today. All right. This is actually an interesting one. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. So this is, it's basically Trump's hat. So MAGA, the Trump's hat. Dude, this thing has been absolutely ripping. Look at this on the daily, dude. This thing had a gravestone doji, like a doji, right? And anytime you see anything, like when you see something like this, bro, right here, you run for the hills. You go. You run away. You throw everything up in the air. You're like, ah, and then just run. But this thing blew past it on the daily. So, it's just evidence of a very, very strong community. Now, overall, this thing, what's the market cap on this thing? All right, it's at 53 million. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's kind of high for me because we're always degens, bruh. But I'm happy that everybody is coming in and winning. Now, the one thing I'm seeing with this token is it's blowing up and coming past here. So it's trying to get a level. There is a chance. I'm not saying it will, but it'll be healthy if it came down, tested 0.005893, and then bounced up and just W on out. That is definitely within the realm of possibilities. I'm not saying it's going to happen. like a W, and then that would be extremely bullish. But overall, this thing does follow the election narrative. I think it's a cool project, and we're not personally in it, but definitely really cool. So good stuff. Let's see what else. All right, we'll do one more question. You go with that?
One more question, bro. I'm ready.
One more. What's Titan X doing? Okay, we'll take a look at it. I don't know. I haven't really looked at what's going on with Titan X, so we'll just take a little look-a-rooski. All right, so I can definitely tell there's a little bit of a cup and then just a little bit of a handle. So it's definitely rising because of the recent ETH news. And the thing about Titan X is there's a lot of LP, so this is going to be very difficult to really price forecast. Because the theory is so you got your clear cup and you got your clear handle, and you can just do this and get an idea if we were to run. Now, the one thing I will say is about Titan X is when it comes to TA, there is miners, there are LPs, there's a lot of other mechanics going in, so it's very hard to forecast. I think what's going on right now is this the Titan X bottom? This is the question everybody's looking for. Titan X bottom. So we have the bottom, we have a lower high, and then we're slowly staircasing up. And the question is the inflation coming in? So right now, I mean, that's looking good. The question is, if we have more token supply to hit the market, will this impact the overall price performance? Will Hyper have any impact? We got Hyper. What day is this? We got Hyper coming in on June 13th. So in 14 days, we're going to start to see it kick in. So the question is, what's going to happen right here? So overall, I mean, it's looking good, but just cautiously optimistic because we want to make sure we get a clear bottom confirmation. So cool. Good stuff. Yeah, man. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think just for whoever wanted the Titan X information, you can go back to the live stream and see where we were plotting out some of those further narrative events. And I think Titan X is huge with narratives, with a lot of buy and burn. So we're still bullish on the project. Bought, I think, in the first week and have just been holding since and haven't really looked back. So adopt that mentality and get out there and keep trading, guys. I love the MAGA play. It's awesome to see that. Seeing that our audience shows up with gems as well. Just to reiterate the fact that ETH is pumping. There are tokens out there that you can be winning in, and don't be listening to all of these huge influencers in this space, because I'm gonna tell you this: they're in it to grow their capital firms and to win and to be big. And we're here to share our findings with you, and that's why we exist, guys. So thanks for joining, coming and checking us out. You got any final thoughts, Kris?
Hey, man, you covered it all, man. Great live stream. Talked a lot about some alpha. We got Pino's skyrocketing. We got Beardy Dragon doing its thing. We're always winning. We're always looking at plays. We always got our hands in the cookie jar, and that's how we roll, baby. Be around winners. Stay away from losers. The people that don't want you to win, just get them out of your life. You don't need that stuff. You need to be focused. Stay focused. So, like I said, shout out to you guys. Thanks for love and support. We want to see you guys win. And hey, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.